Lynn Davison, your adulting coach. I help autistic young adults and their families systemize adulting together. Today's struggle is from a parent at the parents. Today's topic is about what is a chartered special needs consultant and what can they do for me. So ChSNC is the credential designed to prepare financial advisors to help those with special needs, those families with special needs. And they are accredited by the American College of Financial Services, who accredits all stockbrokers, insurance agents, and other financial planners. They are the people that make sure that all of those financial professionals have to go through their courses and get certified in order to get that special designation. They tell us that 26% of adults in the US have some form of disability, and 7% of children have a developmental disability. So that is the population that a chartered special needs consultant serves. They are required, before they can even take the course, they're required to have at least 5 years of professional experience in financial services or in law, or have 4 years of relevant financial services experience and an undergraduate degree. So I suppose I could take this because I worked at a bank for 13 years. But I'm going to leave this to the professionals because this is a very special area of financial services planning. And I don't have the expertise as much as I wish I just, had it. So you also, in order to keep this designation, have to participate in professional recertification every year. So it just doesn't come automatic. There are specifically 3 classes that a ChSNC has to take, and it's Introduction to Financial Planning for Special Needs, Legal and Financial Issues around Special Needs Planning, and Financial Planning for Special Needs. So there's all kinds of, as we're aware, special areas of concern when we have someone with a disability. So the objective of getting this designation is to help parents and caregivers plan for immediate and long-term care. So they guide families through the complex financial decisions and benefit systems, including financial planning, tax planning, Social Security income, Social Security disability income, Medicaid, disability designations, the things at the state level, like in New York State, the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities, so that you can get self-directed care, and the Special Needs Trust, and other kinds of federal and state level benefits. They also explore life insurance options and estate planning, so that, for example, you would maybe fund a special needs trust with a life insurance plan. I really hadn't thought of that before, but I really kind of have a distrust of life insurance in general, even after having worked in the financial services industry for a number of years. So I didn't really consider that this was before I worked with the special needs planner, that this was a real option. But now I understand the validity of life insurance in financial planning for special needs. They also help prepare for the cost of long-term care by managing healthcare planning and Medicaid complexities, because I can't imagine the amount of information and legal labyrinths that one has to go through to be able to get that kind of help. But all in all, they are helping us answer the question, what will happen to my loved one when I am no longer here? Either, if I live out my full lifetime or if something catastrophic occurs. And then what are the legal considerations that I need to think about to protect my loved one and our family? And then how do I maximize available benefits and services so that I can so that we can put in place a financial baseline for our autistic young adults in case, which includes health insurance and other benefits that could make a difference in their ability to live independently. And then what supplemental income options does my loved one have? These are all really important questions to ask ourselves. And I found it incredibly helpful when I hired James Traylor. He's got all the appropriate designations, and his company is called Upstate Special Needs Planning. He's in upstate Rochester, New York. He's helped over 450 families in this area because I tried to navigate it myself online and I found it to be impossible. I didn't know how to present my autistic young adults information in the way that was appropriate for the requests, and Jim walked me through much of the process. So what we did was we applied for SSDI. We were declined. This we did with a help from an employee, I think a contract employee of James, who specifically understands how exactly the system works, the SSDI system works. She knew how to check where our paperwork was. She knew how to help me fill out the many forms that were required. And even though we were declined, in the long run, I believe that going through that process helped me organize and put together all the information that I needed in order to apply for subsequent programs. He also helped us learn how to enroll in SNAP, which is the food stamps program, and HEAP, which is to help us with energy with the heating bill. And he gave us a recommendation for a lovely lawyer who created our disclaimer will with a special needs trust for our children. And just having those 4 things done really gave us a huge amount of peace of mind. Both of our children did qualify for SNAP. You are able to apply for food stamps if you have a disability. That's the qualification. It's a federal program, and the application isn't too bad. So that at this time pays $250 per person per month in food stamps. So not a big deal. It works really easily through the benefits card. You swipe it at the grocery store and put in a PIN, and it pays for the food for the kids. James also advised that we do a Roth IRA conversion as often as we could, because most of our inheritable assets are in an IRA, and that has its own set of complications because of a law that was enacted under Trump's presidency, where you are, if you inherit an IRA, you have to withdraw it over 10 years. You can no longer, as was previously the case, withdraw it over your lifetime. Now you have to withdraw it within 10 years and pay taxes on it over those 10 years. That to me worried me, because I didn't want our autistic young adults to inherit it over a period of 10 years and pay taxes. I was really hoping that that could be their nest egg and that we give them some of that baseline funding. But it turns out that the only way we can do it is if we convert that to a Roth IRA. Who knew? So these are the important considerations that we learned with James that have really helped us figure out what the steps are that we needed to take, and then we still have more steps to take based on some of the financial concerns about IRAs. We also discussed future housing strategies should anything happen, again, catastrophic, and this house would need to be sold. What would they do, and how would that get funded? How much would we have to rely on their siblings to help them? And that is a very interesting question to consider now, rather than have it being given to the siblings to have to figure out themselves. There are some books available when I Googled them, when I went to Amazon. Financial Freedom for Special Needs Families is only $10 on Kindle. it might give us some of the information that a person like a James Traylor, a chartered special needs consultant, would give us. And then there's another book here, is the Simple Guide to Special Needs Estate Planning. There are several options there. Most of these books are written so that they would appeal to everyone in the United States. What's helpful about contracting with a chartered special needs consultant in your state is that they understand the state level benefits that are available, and they can help you walk through the labyrinth of applications and other processes that you have to go through. So it can't hurt to read these pieces of information, but my experience was that they didn't give me everything that I needed to know in order to actually implement a plan with my kids. So this is just a brief overview of what a chartered special needs consultant can offer you and your family. And I've shared my own personal experience, which was favorable. It was a fee of $5,000 to contract with James, but the SNAP benefit has already, over the first year with two kids, going to pay for that. So it's a lot of money up front, but it really makes sense that for the rest of their lives now they have this benefit. They are qualified for disability in New York State, and we're in the process now of doing some extra things just to make sure that they can hold on to those SNAP benefits, even if they do make a lot of money. And both of my children are pursuing employment. One is employed, the other one's getting a degree so that they can get employed. So I'm really hopeful that they will be employed and will be employable, but we have discovered that full-time employment can really be difficult because of the management of their needs and their energy. So I encourage you to consider finding a chartered special needs consultant in your area. All you have to do is Google chartered special needs consultant, and then, Rochester, New York, or Portland, Oregon, or, Austin, Texas, and the people that have that designation in your area will pop up. Your first consultation, I'm sure, will be free because they'll explain to you what they can do for you and what their fee is. So it's worth doing the research and then considering whether or not having a person that's a chartered special needs consultant on your team will help you achieve that peace that we all want, that our loved ones will be provided for after we're gone. So please come visit me at lynnCdavison.com. Learn about the Art of Adulting course, coaching, and community, where we specialize in helping autistic young adults and their families systemize adulting together. Bye for now.